You know what I really don't get? How a loving father that raised his son since day one, since he was born, never left his life. Stayed there in 2020 in 2016, got cut full custody of him. Took care of him from 2016. 2021, CPS stepped in, took my kids. The mother had full custody, but he still lived at my mama's house the whole time I had CPS in my life. 2022, I got my twins back. Thought for sure I got my older son back too, but I did. But what's sad is the mother knew she had custody since 2021, and they want to take him from me in 2024 and kick me completely out of my son's life. Stop me from talking to my son. Stop me from seeing my son, just to benefit themselves. But what's funny is, back then I could have did that. I could have kicked them out of my son's life. I could have took him completely out of my son's life. I had that choice. But no, instead I wanted my son to know who his mother is. I wanted the mother to stay in my son's life. And this is the thanks I get in 2024. Ripped out of me, out of my home. Ripped from me even seeing my son and having a relationship with my son. And they try to say that ain't what they're trying to do. But they've been threatening to block me and this and that since they took my son from me on February 5th. I thought it's so fucked up. I really do. Because you know what? I've been there for my son. I earned that spot of being called a domiciliary parent after all I did. But there's the thanks I get in 2024. I'm going to take your son from you and you never seeing him again. And I find it so sad because it's all about money. It really is. Motherfuckers literally went call CPSSI and try to say that my son lived with them since January. And I have that on paperwork. I find it so sad how much shit I gotta go through. And when I try and contact them to try to, figure shit out, work shit out, they don't want to answer the calls. They don't want to answer texts. It's always an excuse. Excuse after excuse. And I don't get it. Because you know what? I had them opportunities to kick them out of their son's life. But I didn't. Because I didn't want to be that kind of father. But they okay with being that kind of mother of kicking a father out of his son's life. Taking his son from him. Knowing he gave him the best life. Knowing he did everything he could for that boy. And this is the thanks I get. This is the return I get. I find it so hurtful, bro. It really is. Because you know what? My firstborn is everything to me. My son is everything to me. There ain't nothing I wouldn't do for my son. And for a mother to just rip him out of a father's life and all that like that, it ain't right. It really ain't. Because you know what? I earned that spot to be called the daddy. And it doesn't matter if a mama's with another man. If that father is in that kid's life, you do not have that kid calling you daddy. You do not. Because why? His daddy's in his life. His daddy's been there since day one. So for a motherfucker go around and say, for my kid to call them daddy, no, that's blood, that's war. But see, I don't go that way, and that's what they mad about. Because I'm not the same angry person I used to be. They want me to blow up. They want me to go over there and raise hell and do this and that, but they don't get that because that's not who I am no more. And that's what they mad about. And they get mad when I get phone calls stating from their own family, my son's court, they're trying to course my own son and lying on me. And I find it so fucked up. Why do I have to go through this? Why am me having now? All people have to go through this shit. No one had never stopped his own mother from being in his life. No one had never stopped his own mother from even seeing him. After all the shit that I done seen, like my own son come home at 8 years old, stating his mama's boyfriend punched the pole, broke his hand because the sister and the boyfriend was snorting meth lines in the bathroom, and that's his exact words. They was doing dope in the bathroom. My 8-year-old shouldn't have known nothing about that. But guess what? They try to say they're a better parent than me, that they do better than me and this and that. But yet, why did I never have my son talk about drugs and shit? Yeah, I smoked my weed, but I had my medical card. And I try to keep my son from knowing anything about pills and shit. And it's sad when my own son's got to come up to me and ask me what pill is this, because he's seen somebody sell it and this and that. But I'm the one in the wrong. I'm the one that don't deserve him and this and that. But yet I gave him the best life I could out here in the country. I want to keep him away from drugs and all that. I want to give my son the best life he could. Learn how to live off the grid. Learn how to raise chickens. Do his own garden and all this and that. But I'm the bad guy. I'm the one that gets my kid taken away from me. When I ain't never had my son call me and tell me he didn't want to come, and then try to bribe him to come to my house. And then still come to the house, and after he tells you in your face, you burn rubber right here in my fucking driveway right in front of my kid. But I'm the bad parent, right? My son tells me he can't come. I listen to what he says, and I say, all right, bye. I love you. But it's fucked up. I got people coursing my son. My phone calls being monetized, and I can hear people telling him this and that, and then they'll swear up and down, oh, you crazy. You ain't hearing that. But my own son literally can't even tell you how old his own friend is or who his friend is. He had to ask the mother. But I'm the one that's crazy. I'm the one that's in my fucking mind. I might go a little crazy, yeah, because with my son, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to do. But my son is everything to me. I love my son more than anything in this world. There ain't nothing I won't do for my son. And I done told him I'll never stop fighting. And that's one thing I'm not. I will not stop fighting for my son. Because you know what? I'm the one that earned that spot. I'm the one that's been raising him and taking care of him since he was born. Doesn't matter how people think about it and say this and that. You didn't raise yours. So don't go talking about mine. Because at the end of the day, all my kids know me. I ain't got an 8-year-old that don't even know who I am as his father or his mother. I don't have a 15-year-old that don't want nothing to do with me. My kids have something to do with me because why? I never gave up on them. I never stopped fighting for my kids. And I'm not going to stop fighting for my kids because why? I love my kid more than anything in itself. Yeah, his mom might be doing dirty to me, but that's one thing I can never do to them is do dirty. Can never just kick her out of her son's life or none of that because why? I care about my son's feelings. And it's not up to me to kick him out of his mother's life because why? He deserves to have his mother in his life. He deserves to know who his mother is. But my son knows who his father is, and I still get kicked out of my son's life. All for other people's petty bullshit because they want to do dirty and all about the money. And I find it's fucked up and it's sad, man. The shit I got to go through just to get my son back.